Good evening. Welcome to Mickey and My Craft. This is Hilda, your host. Today we have an interesting tutorial. It's part 3 of the level 2, and then level 2 finishes it here. Then we're going to do some practice. We're going to do some stitch along on beading cross stitch embroidery. And but today we're going to take care of this out. But before we go on and show you the area we're going to talk. Previously, I'm going to post a video over here. We were doing this. The lighthouse. Okay, I have it over here to preserve it. And if you see, I have a tutorial on how to start this. The best way is to start with the flowers. All these kits are sold on Amazon. There's no way for me to find it outside. AliExpress has some kits, and I'm gonna put the video at the end. But there is a problem with the beads. The quality of the beads depends on the company. So, and depends the price, because Preciosa from Czechoslovakia, they are high quality beads. Even you hardly find, you're gonna find uneven ones, but it's not that many. So if you have done the flower, or if you want to start, there is a video tutorial. I'm willing to answer all your questions, and I'm gonna post it over here too as an iCard. But this, after you do the flower, this is a good start for the next step, because first on the flowers you go side by side. So you learn the technique of starting from the left and going to the right, and starting from the right and going to the left. And this technique is applied for what we're going to talk about today on the owl. Okay, I'm going to get you closer. Once you do this one is a good practice after you do the flowers. But in this one, we learn how to jump from over here, right? And how to do this little going back and forth, like over here. Do we jump all the way over here, or we go back to the threads? And that's what we did. So that's the last step. Now, hold on just a moment. Let me get my marker. I'll be back. Okay, so I was saying we learn how to step up on the corners. Okay, when there's not these even rows like here. Okay, we learn how to step up over here, right? And so we're gonna take care of that. Now, in dealing with other type of figures, when you don't have that bottom part, okay, this is one that I started. This is for autumn. We're gonna do this one later this year. I have my camera in the tripod, that's why you see in the legs. So this one over here is an autumn part. I'm gonna show you something here. Okay, okay, in here, you see, you cannot go up and down, because if you go left to right, right to left over here, you're gonna have to do a big jump on the thread. And this is not like the stamp regular cross stitch, like the 14 count, 11 count. This is a soft fabric, a tapestry. So you want to try to avoid extension of the threads as much as possible, because it might get tangled with something in the meantime, or it might get loosened up, or it might even, I don't think it will break. This is a very strong thread. The ones that comes. The kit comes with everything. You might want to watch the unboxings. I'm going to post a playlist of the VipCrossStitch then. So you might want, but over here, right, I did start it by sections. So what you do, let me see, the camera will focus. What you do when you have something like this, because the bottom part where you're should start is down here, or you could start up here. I haven't tried that. I like to go bottom up, because that way I will have, you know, more kind of leeway to see how it's gonna look. And you did all this, I did all this, right? Some of them, like in this case, you can jump if you want to. Let's see what we did over here. Okay, apparently we did a jump, right? Or no, and this one we did it separately, right over here. Okay, because I was coming from the left, right over here. So what you do is you do it by parts. Like you take this, you can do it, there's different ways to do this. Okay, you can do this a little bit, right, this color, right, and then follow through with the other ones, because remember, you got to go back and forward, okay? So over here, when I did this, right, I did this, the whole thing over here, you can jump because there's not much of a gap, so you can continue practically. And but over here, there was a point that I have to go back down and then finish over here. But remember, you can use any technique and your judgment as long as all the beads are looking the same way. And this one, they are looking that way, all of them. So I went ahead over here, right? And then start going back down. That's what's important to know, how you do the turns on the right and how you do the turns on the left side. It's very important. So we're gonna learn today how you can tackle different areas. So that's one that I started. We're gonna do a stitch along later this year. It's called Generous Autumn. Okay, yeah, the item number is T1066. It's from Beats Creative, and you can find it on Amazon, so you can have time. Probably we're gonna do this on Sundays, okay, as a premiere for the bead embroidery. Now, let's go to the owl. Here is the owl. I'm gonna put you closer over here. I'm gonna move the camera. Here is the owl, okay? In this one, right, what I did is, I did this first, okay? I did this first. Then I did this area, right? Then, because I'm doing it by you can take this as a chunk, okay? You do one side, you do the other. It's always taking in consideration how you're gonna continue, okay? So I start doing this wing of the owl, and what I created is like a frontier or like a border, whatever you're gonna call it, okay? So when I get to do all this, all I have to do, since the owl is also another easier one, all I have to do is left to right, and you already know how to do these parts, how to jump if you have to jump over here, because that's on the lighthouse tutorial, okay? how you do that on the left hand side. So this is pretty quick one after you do this, okay? But today we're gonna continue this and we're gonna start this one, right? And I want to show you on this one. On this one, I want to show you, because this one has a little trick over here. You see these things? You're still doing the left and right, but when you go up, my suggestion, over here you could jump. My suggestion is go back, continue whatever line you were in, because that would strengthen that part, that area. Okay, over here you're gonna see it, because I did all this and I stop over here. Oh, come on. That's it. This is what we're gonna do. And we're gonna do this. We're gonna finish this, right, all the way up here, right? And I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do this, okay? Because over here, let's see. Over here, when I get to pull the needle with the bead on it, over here, I could jump from here to here, but it's too much of a jump. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back. And I show you on the lighthouse how to go back and start the new road. Okay? And then over here, what we can do is we can jump over here, right? Do this one and do this. Do these two, right? We can jump over here and do these two. That's what I was thinking. Okay, so let me fix the beads and everything else, and we'll be right back. One of the things that I would like to emphasize, I'm back, I'll fix all the beads. Want to emphasize is the use of a chart, because that way you won't be marking where you're going. Like right now, we're in the middle. We're gonna do this area over here. Okay, we're gonna do all these swirls. Okay, so I suggest you do that, and I have the other page to guide myself by the symbols, but you ended up actually learning the symbols. So let's get started with this, right? Let me get you closer. Already have the bead over here on this one. Let's see if it's still there. Yep, still there. When you stop doing this and it has some thread on it, and you don't want to get tangled so much, I suggest you do a little pass of the beeswax on it, so that will be easier for you. So we have a tangle over here. It's a bead. Okay, so we took care of that little knot in there, and we're going now full stitching. Okay, basic stitch over here. We're coming from left to right. And you know how to position the fabric for your comfort when you are coming from left to right. Yeah, I just did this. Oh, there's a hair on mine in here. Okay. So now we're gonna keep on yes, it's a recent thread. So we're gonna put the last one right here. Okay. Now here it is. We're gonna do this one and we're going to jump. Let me accommodate my arm. Right? We're gonna do this one. And remember the technique coming from right to left. Okay. And we're gonna jump over here. However, I'm reluctant to jump 2 beads over here due to the type of fabric and how delicate this is. So what I'm gonna do is, so I took the bead out. The knot. Let's see again. This is why I suggest if you're starting to use a shorter thread, I like to use a long thread so I can do more, but everything is on that tutorial. So we're gonna put that bead in and we're gonna come out over here. We're gonna do that turn. Why this is not working now? So we are going to do this on this one, right? We're gonna put it down here. We're gonna come out, coming back, we're gonna come out of this one. We're gonna put this one in, we're gonna go on the back, and we're gonna come out of this one. Okay? So, because I don't like to do that, that's a big of a jump. That's too much thread. Let's see, let's hope that this doesn't tangle anymore. Okay, so we need to go through here, right? And remember that I told you to use another needle to mark the place, right? That's what I'm gonna do, because that's where I want it to come out. So over here, okay, we are right here. So what I'm gonna do is, instead of having a long loose thread like this and going back, I'd rather go through the threads, which will be hold it better. Yeah, there is a light. And then I try to go back as close as possible and take the needle out. Come back up. Whoop. Don't tell me. Don't tell me it moved. Yeah, it did. It got out. Let me get this off the way. Hope you're seeing this. Let me push it farther so it will pick up, and then it will come out of here. That way your thread is protected. You have a little small knot. That's the noise that you're hearing. Okay. So here it is, and you proceed to do this. So I'm gonna do this. This video will have some parts on a speed one. So let's get started. All right, we got to the last one. So what I'm gonna do is, right, I'm gonna go through this one, right? I'm gonna go like I'm going from right to left. I'm gonna go through this one. I'm gonna get out of here, do this one, and then come back on the back and continue all the way down there to the right. So it's a mixture over here. You have to use your own judgment when doing this. And the needle came off. So let's put it. I'll put it back. I'm gonna put it back. Try to put it back real quick. If not, I'm going to. There is in the tutorial is everything. How to thread this, how to close a section and everything else, okay? And I'm telling you on that one why you cannot use a regular threaded on these ones. So let's keep on doing this. What we're gonna do it like this. Right? And over here, right, on this one, we're gonna come out on this top. I mean, on the bottom part. We're gonna come out of there. You see, to put the other bead. Let's see if we'll stay that way. No, you won't. Now, we're gonna put another bead in here, right? And we need to come out of here because now we're gonna go left to right. Okay, so to go back, I don't have that much of a jump on the thread. I'll do this. Remember, you can use the other needle. So most of the kit thread, they have 2 needles on it. So I have my bead. I'm gonna go down. Okay. We're gonna go through the back over here. Instead of having the thread loose, we put it underneath this, right? For better security. And this. Okay, I'm going to have to take this knot out. That's a big chunk. I have to get it out because there was a knot in there. I'll be right back. I'm gonna thread this, okay? So we passed the thread through here, and now we're gonna pass the needle through here. All right. And voila. And we are back. No, that's the wrong bead. Yep. I gotta fix this over here. We put two wrong, I put two wrong beads. This one and this one. Oh no, that one, this one is okay, but that one is not. I'll be right back. This guy, the silver bead that it was here, it was a wrong bead. I have to go back out and do everything again, but I again put everything in behind the thread because I don't like to have loose thread on this one. I don't recommend on this fabric. You might want to do it. You can do it on the stamp cross stitch. Excuse me. Because the fabric is stronger and you can pass it through various threads, but this one I don't suggest. I suggest that you use that technique to get it in the right place if you want to. And you might find a better technique while doing this, as again this requires practice, a lot of practice. But the more you do it, even the faster you become. You still have a little knot in there. I'm just pushing it through. I hope it doesn't break. I don't think it will break, but and when I push it, if it has such a small knot and you don't want to, look at how small it is, and you don't want to go through all the trouble trying to unknot it and or break all this thread, you just pull it through, but try to hold the fabric and the thread so it won't there. But that's on that case. I usually don't do that. It's too small and it's too much of a thread to waste. Now we're going to turn back. To turn it back, we can do this, right? Then do these beads, come back out through the back of the thread and continue. This one we can jump because it's only one bead. It does a bead. No, I don't think that's part of it. But anyway, let me check. That's why it's important to see if spots like these are part of the shorting process. Yeah, this one is part of it. That one is part of it. So how do we do this one? Well, we can, okay. Or we can do like we usually do. That we can jump one. Remember? Now on this one, all right, what we're going to do is we're going to come out of this and go back up and then come back through the back of the thread and continue over here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it through here, right, so you can see it. Oh, hold on just a moment. I gotta change the battery. I'll be right back. Sorry guys, I don't know why the camera turned off. So what I did was I put the bead over here, right, this bead, but I came out of here because I'm trying to go back up and then come back so I can continue the road, okay? So once again, what we can do over here is to make it easy. Excuse me. Is we're gonna jump over here and it's like coming back. And then all this stuff you won't know until you get to the road, usually to the road that you are doing, and you have to come back. That's how it works. You have to think about the best way to come back using so the beads will stay in the same direction and using the technique. So we're gonna go back. We went from here to here, right? But we're gonna go back because we gotta do this row before we do this one. If not, we could jump over here, but we can't. So we're gonna go back. And now I'm going to go down. I'm going to put my needle, when you're coming from right to left, remember you have to come to the top, okay? So we're gonna put the needle right there. Okay. We're gonna go through the back of the closest threads that we have. I suggest you put another one. You leave it over here. Oh, we forgot something. We forgot somebody. Okay. Then we go through that hole. We take the needle out. The one that is whole. It could be a pen head or whatever. It doesn't have to be the needle. Sorry, guys. We put it type a little bit, and now we are going back to business. Okay? Now we're going to go back. Right? And let's see. Do we need a dark bead in there? We will find out soon. We are in this stage over here. We already did this. Alright. And we are 2 rows down, which is this one. No, there's no dark in there. That's not a square for a bead. So we're gonna go up here. is not to jump over here. The best way is to come back here, right? Go back here, come back, go up, oh no, I'm sorry. The best way is we jump over here and then do this road, right? Then we do this road and then we go down here and go back up, and then over here we can jump to over here, and it's only one square that we have to jump. So we're gonna do that. Remember to give it a little tug. The fabric is better. What we're gonna do now that we are here, we're gonna do over here. We're gonna go all the way over here, right? And then we're gonna come back the thread, and we're gonna come over here, go down over here, go down over here, and then jump over here. And then we can do these pretty things, pretty colors in there, so you will see how this is done. Like I said, everything is gonna be, sorry about that, everything is gonna be practically speed up. Over here, I decided over here, like I was going back. That way you don't, this way, the advantage of this way technique that I'm showing you is that you don't have to be breaking thread. You don't have to be going around and going on the back, make a knot, break it, make another knot, and then do that area. You just play around with the putting the thread on the back. This one is a little jump, so it's okay. It's not that big. On this one, we can do this, right? this one. It's a matter of using the technique to a way that the beads are all of them are facing the same direction. And over here we only have one, so we can do a jump over here and continue. We don't even have to go back to the thread. And that's how it looks on the back. This jump over here is this one over there is this that we did over here. Which, by the way, I consider too much of a jump. So I'm changing my mind over here. Because you need to give it a tug. When you can try to do when you face this thing is try to go back through the same hole. Make sure you don't grab the fabric. Okay. And unfortunately, let me do this. I'm gonna have to take these out. Okay. Because I don't like that big jump. You have to give it a tug once in a while so the bead will not lose. So, and that big jump is gonna kind of wrinkle. It's gonna make the fabric wrinkle. Okay, that didn't work. Sorry about that, guys. The machine, the timing in the camera went off. So I'm just trying to go through the back, so we can. It would be better. I know it's gonna be more thread, but it's better secured. Take that out. Yeah, it was better than jumping from here to here. It was too much. You see? It goes around. And it's more secure because it's between the thread. Okay? Okay, on this one, what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here and we're gonna go around and then jump over here. Okay, so to do that, let's see, I'm trying to figure out if that would be too big of a jump on the thread. Let's see. Let's look in the back. Where are you? Where are you? Okay. It thinks that it's not. It's not. It's okay. That's okay. That's okay. So now Oh, I have it in the wrong place. This way, girl. This way. No. Yeah, you gotta be constant turning the fabric because you need to make sure that the beads are facing the same direction. Now I'm gonna go do this. I'm gonna use this one and I'm gonna put the other one up there. And we're gonna finish this section. And the next time is stitch along with this. So gather your materials, gather your awl, right? And we did this. The beads are already there, but I'm gonna fix this place and we're gonna review all this and then we're gonna do this and we'll finish that one. And then I will finish this. Okay? We will do a review of this one. We can do it next time on this one too. And so let me finish this, okay? Let me fix the beads. Well, guys, it's time for some color. When I finish over here, I will stop and then we review this and we're gonna take a nice look at the whole thing, okay? So let's get started. It's probably gonna be on fast speed. This is the same concept. Right to left, left to right. to make a knot, but I give it 2 passes to tighten the CD. Then over here, I'm gonna move you back. We're gonna take a look at this. So here it is, folks. Here it is. We done all this. Well, I did this, but you just have to follow the colors. Over here is the same, okay? And when you start either right to left or left to right. I'd rather start the original way, left to right. That's how you start on this thing, on the bottom over here, on the tip. You come up to the left, do that there, put the bead, and then come out here like this, and then keep on doing the right to left. That's what is important to watch. Excuse me, to watch that video about the tutorial on how to start. I did it with the lily flower, which is a light color, and that's good for people with eyesight challenge, okay? So the next time that you see this, right, you're gonna see the whole thing done, okay? So, I mean, already done. So this is for this tutorial. These are free form again. Let me review this with you. When you do this, right, all depends when you get here what is best for you. What is best for your thread. Remember that I made a mistake over here, and I used the whole, I jumped from there to here. No. And it was too big of a jump. So I corrected it, and then I'd rather go back, put the needle in the next hole that I have to come out, and then put the needle with the thread through that hole when I come out on the back, right? And it's best that way, because you don't have a big of a gap on the thread, okay? A big jump, because remember, you have to pull this. You have to pull it a little bit so they're not so loose. And you don't wash this on a machine, you wash this by hand. And I have a video also up there about watching this. So here it is, guys. Sorry guys, the battery went off. Here it is. We have done the middle one, right? And the next time, if you want me to, I can do also repeat over here what we did, but I'll be have this already done, okay? And then we can go up, and over here I show you how I did this area, which is this, okay? So this is it, guys. We are done for today, okay? And I'm looking forward to finish this out soon. And you have a wonderful, wonderful week. Take a look at that preciousness. Colorful, very colorful. So you can imagine how it's going to be over here in the center. Okay, this owl is not that hard to do. If you watch the lighthouse and you have done the lighthouse, you can do this. Okay, but practice first with the lighthouse. Okay, so here it is. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful week. Don't forget to hug and kiss your fur baby from Mickey and I. Remember, the deadline to get your code for the Big Soccer Canvas event is January 31st, okay, at noontime. So, until the next time, much love and peace to all of you. Bye.